I'm going to tell you a secret. So do you know how I had a 3D model debut not too long ago?
For some reason, I thought you were going to talk about STDs. I thought you were going to be like, girl, I had
Oh
gonorrhea.
my God!
No, what do you mean? The way you like pivoted into that, I thought you were going to be like, girl, I had an STD. It was gonorrhea. I had syphilis in the brain.
That's so funny.
It was, I thought, did anybody else think so? Also, everybody, you're supposed
Honestly
to.
thought the same. I've never gotten an STD. What?
You're all supposed to have closed your ears. Hello? Anyway, sorry. Yes, when you had a 3D. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Okay.
The way you pivoted, I was like, oh my God,
bad.
she's going to talk about
on me.
STDs.
You know, I understand now. Excuse me. Oh, it's happening. I'm getting gassy.
Ooh. We haven't even gotten to the hot ones yet.
Okay. Here's my big secret. Final Bow really was going to be my final song, and I was going to graduate.
Wait, when was the song?
If you notice, I think a lot of Babble buddies were speculating it, but my 3D model is literally my first model. And the reason why I didn't debut it for so long is because I didn't want to graduate anymore. And it wasn't because I got in anywhere, and it wasn't because, I wanted to, I don't know.
Girl, that hit me in the kokoro. Oh.
I just like, I don't know. I was going through a lot.
Yeah.
And I went through a lot of epiphanies, and I had a lot of culture shock when I first became a VTuber.
Yeah. To be honest, Numi talked about it a little bit yesterday, where she said that like she got to know you, and like you, her, and Yuzu basically made a blood pact of like, hey, if anything ever happens, we're all leaving.
Yeah,
we're all done.
No, seriously. There was just like a moment in time where like I don't know, like I wasn't sure whether or not this was what made me happy anymore. And it was hard. I think like being one of the first like indie VTubers was like probably one of the most grueling, mentally taxing things I ever had to experience. And there's not that many people that could quite like understand, right? Like I agree. Kind of, I went into this thinking it was going to be like sunshine and rainbows, and it was so far from that. And it's like everything I thought I knew was not what I thought it was at all. And I just wasn't sure, like, I was just like, I don't know if this is what I signed up for. Yeah. I could always just go back to school. And I really wanted to. And I really wanted to at some point. And I was preparing for it. And that's why I put off the 3D debut for so long, because the song that was tied with it was also going to be my last one. So
I might actually.
Then I was like, it was just really hard. Like I was just not mentally prepared for what I don't know, when you are vulnerable online, right? I've always been chronically online, and like being chronically online is like, okay, all my social media is like my diary, and I couldn't do that anymore. And for the people that I like confided into, they would turn out to not be people I thought I could confide into. And it was just like such a sad continuous cycle of the same things over and over again, like everything turning out not to be like the way I wanted it to be. And I just like felt myself turning into someone that I could not recognize anymore. And during this time, like I would go weeks without updating my community. Sometimes I went like a month without telling anyone what I was up to or why I wasn't streaming. It was because I was miserable, and I thought everyone hated me, and I thought that I would be like just better off like not existing online or anywhere. And so I was like, yeah, like this is it, guys. This is it. And then I was like, just kidding. We're so back. Yay. Happy ending. I finally made friends, lifelong friends. And it's like things that happen to you, people you meet, sometimes it's like perfect time is when you least expect it. And that's just sort of what happened.
There's so much. So first of all, thank you for not leaving. I think I'm speaking for all the bow buddies as well. The bubble buddies, the bow buddies. I'm sorry for the but how did you get over that feeling? Like when you were feeling like nobody cared about you online, and you were in the space, and this like you said, was it the friends that got you out of it? Just that, like having that support system? How do you?
I really had to like really hard restart everything. Like I I had to look at it from, this is
Different
not
angles?
just my online life. Like, this is everything else happening in real life too. Like,
Yeah.
I have to fix everything from the core of it in order to for anything new to grow, right? Like,
Also, the hate online, like even though it's online, it seeks through. It like seeps through your life, into your friendship, into your everything, right? Like it's not. It doesn't stay online. It's stuff that still affects you to your, in your day-to-day life.
yeah, and it's just I don't know, it's one of those things that are kind of hard to talk about, like, just close your turn
No,
your
I
computer
know.
off, idiot.
No,
But I was really just a kid. Like, I feel like I was just a kid and I didn't know anything. I didn't
no.
who no one told me it was going to be like this, and then it was like that, and I was like, actually, like, who do I confide in without it blowing back up in my face? And the people that I thought I could confide into turned out to be bad people, and I thought that it was going to be like that forever.
And then it wasn't.
And then it wasn't. I finally, like, got over, like, the worst of it and started fixing things up from the origin, which is, like, I need to change, like, my sleeping habits, my work life balance habits. I need to stop being chronically online. I need to like try and have, like, some semblance of a life outside of being at my computer all day. I dropped everything and moved, started over. I really, really hard restarted my life, and that is the only reason I am still here. Is, like, I had an epiphany, sort of like a vision of what the rest of my life was going to look like, and it was so bleak and it was so miserable that I just was scared straight.
I get that. And I just hope for anybody listening, if you are where Bao is, like, you can get out of it. You can it's going to be work. It's not going to happen instantly. It's not going to happen easily either, right? Like, you had to put in a lot of work. You had to, you had to probably cut some people out. You, like you said, you moved. It's hard to start going to bed at a reasonable time every time and, like, check in with yourself and go to therapy, but you did it and you're still doing it.
Yeah, it's so hard, when people say it's a canon event, it's a canon event. Like, you wanted to be a strong person, and so you are given a difficult situation, or, like, you wanted to be kinder, and so you were dealt with, like, an evil person in your life, and all of those things is so that you can become the version of yourself that you were hoping to be. And it was kind of through that I was able to, I guess, pull myself together and not waste, I guess, everything I had built up for myself. Like, how awful would it be if I really just, like, stepped away from it all?
But you know what? It would have been awful, but how often people have done that? People have just been like, I'm quitting. I'm leaving this great, amazing thing that I built. So I'm so proud of you for staying with it and for having the courage to work on it and change. And honestly, yesterday when I spoke to Numi, she talked so highly of you. She talked so highly about her friendship with you and Yuzu, and how much you girls are there for her, and how much the three of you are, like, for life, and how she didn't believe that people would be as amazing and wonderful until she met you two. So you've also been that person for so many other people, the way that they have been for you.
That makes me so happy. I was actually just talking to, oh my God, my eyes.
She got hot sauce in her eyes. She got hot sauce. Is that what it sounds like?
Is that what it's? I was just
also
talking
take a
to her.
look. They added a little emote in stream for you.
What is that? We are kissing.
We are kissing.
You are kissing my streamer. Kiss. I'm just tasting the last dab is all.
Yeah. Oh, there's one with hot sauce on it. Don't worry. That's coming. We have a few surprises for you today.
Brother.
Oh,
really?
brother.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You prepared stuff?
I did. I do want to say, when you said, like, a vision. Okay, wait. When you said a vision, I just need you to know how much I can relate to that, because I was a few summers ago, maybe before summer, I was watching Yorimoy with Mint. And I was in a call with Mint. And every week we watch like 2 episodes. And for the 3rd week straight or the 4th week straight, I would like, before we started watching the anime, I would cry for like 2 hours straight. And she was very nice. She's such a good friend. She was so nice. She was like, oh, Matara, like I'm here for you, Nana. And then I swear to you, Bao, like I cannot explain this to you. I had drank a liter of wine that day. I looked around me. It was just bottles of wine, junk food in my like crummy apartment that I didn't clean, that everything. And I just, something happened in me and I was like, oh my God. My biggest fear was being in that same place in a year from now, crying to Mint about the same problems, crying to Mint about like, I don't feel appreciated. And again, like, I don't want to go into the details of it, but like, you can imagine the details of it based on the place where I was. And it's like, I just had a vision of like, oh my God, and that's why I was like, I'm leaving. I don't have a plan. VShoujo wasn't there. Like, you know, I didn't have a plan. I was like, I don't care what it is. I just have to leave. I cannot be here. I cannot live in like my place with all these bottles, with all this everything. And I'm telling you, like, it was just something in me was like, I just kind of like, I remember thinking, oh my God, if in a year from now I'm crying to Mint, and God bless her, she's so sweet. And she was so nice to me and she just let me cry and listen to me. And I was like, I cannot do this to her. I cannot do this to me. I cannot like cry about the same situations, the same people, the same, you know, it's the same stuff. I was like, I'm crying about the same things over and over and over again. And that's why I did what I did. It like, I get it with the epiphany. Like you just, something in you, like I can't explain it. I don't genuinely really believe in God or things like that. But I know there's something out there, but it felt biblical or spiritual, genuinely. Like, it's stuff like that makes me think, okay, maybe God is real because it was like, it was something outside of me that was like, I could like see myself from bird's eye view. And I was like, okay, what is going on here? I was like looking at the scene of me crying and I was like, what is going on here? It's got to change. Like, I cannot keep doing this. I gotta go.
It's that exact feeling. I just being right there in that moment and you feel it in your gut and it's just like welling up inside you. Like it can't.
And the worst part,
it's like you ask yourself, like, is this it? Like, is this really all there is?
Is this it? Yep. And like,
so true.
You also know the steps to take. That's the biggest thing. You're not scared. You're just like, this is what I have to do. I have to leave. I have to this. I have to move. Like, you just know. It's almost like automatic. There's no emotion to it. You're like, this is what I have to do. That's it. Oh, chills. Actual chills.
Actual chills.
Let's do the next hot, or let's do this one again. Because we have a few.
You put the fear of God in the last hot sauce, I guess.
Oh my God. Let's do the Los Calientes again. And then I got a question for you. Thank you for opening up and being so vulnerable. I'm sure you hear this a lot, but people really look up to you. And not just other streamers, but a lot of your audience. And sometimes because people only see us as like these big streamers with a lot of viewers, etc., they might not know that it was also hard for us. So knowing that it's hard for us, and seeing that we got out of it, I truly believe helps people understand that they too can get out of their situations. I truly believe that.
I agree. I think there is a great important balance of being vulnerable so that you are your true honest self, both to yourself and to the people that support you. And also being a place where, you know, if someone were to try and like want to, like, I guess, experience like an escape from, you know, just being in a life where you had also felt the same way, that's important too. And allowing both options to be there for your audience is so important.
Well said. My next question now feels kind of a little silly, but we'll do this one. If your experience in streaming and music were skill points and they got reset, how or where would you reallocate them?
Oh, that's such a fun question.
my PM came up with that. Thank you, Sam. Good call on your question.
I would put all my skill points into being
I know it really gets you thinking. You're like, for example, I get your genetics. I got small genetics. I got small genetics, girl.
Genetics.
I want your
streaming.
I don't care. Because then I will be like showing my. I don't have to worry. I will have a cam.
Damn, just banging it all on your ass.